So you're thinking about moving to Fairfax Station, Virginia, but you'd kind of like to know the pros and the cons about living in Fairfax Station before you decide to make that big move? Well, in today's video, that's exactly what we're going to be covering. We're sharing the good and the bad, the pros and the cons of living in Fairfax Station, Virginia. If that's something you're interested in, be sure to stay tuned because we're going to get after it right now. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is about living, sleeping, working, eating, and playing in Northern Virginia, be sure to hit that subscribe button and tap that bell for notifications so that you never miss a video. My name's Amanda, and the team and I get calls every single day from people just like you looking to make their move to Northern Virginia, and we absolutely love it. Whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, shoot us a DM on social, whatever works for you, we've got your back when you're making that move to Northern Virginia. So as I mentioned today, we're talking about the pros and the cons of living in Fairfax Station, and we are going to kick it off with the cons. If you've watched any of our other videos, you can probably guess the number one con of living in Fairfax Station, Virginia is the cost of living. It is no exception to the Northern Virginia area. It is pricey to live in Fairfax Station. The overall cost of living is 63% higher in Fairfax Station than the rest of the United States. Housing is 163% higher than the national average. And groceries are also going to run you about 15% more than the national average. Con number 2 for Fairfax Station is it is a car-dependent area. Whether you are headed out to run errands or you're commuting to work or you're looking for entertainment, you are going to need a car if you are living in Fairfax Station. Now, there is metro nearby. The closest metro station is Franconia Springfield, which depending on where you live in Fairfax Station, you're looking at a 10 to a 15-minute drive. Same thing for VRE. You can pick the VRE up at Burke Center, which is only about 3 miles from Fairfax Station, again, depending on where you live there. But keep in mind, if you're making a move to Northern Virginia, Fairfax Station is a fairly car-dependent area. Con number 3 for living in Fairfax Station is the traffic. And this might surprise you because Fairfax Station is more rural than other areas in Northern Virginia, especially more so than even neighboring Springfield and Burke, but it does still see a lot of traffic, particularly on 123 and Henderson Road. Henderson Road is a cut through to Manassas, so during peak commute times, you are definitely going to be sitting in some traffic. It's just a way of life in Northern Virginia, and even though Fairfax Station is a more rural area, it's still not immune to traffic. Con number 4 for Fairfax Station is lack of shopping and dining. And before you write it off your list, stay tuned for the pros because we're going to talk a little bit more about this. Within Fairfax Station itself, though, there are not a lot of shops or even dining options. There is a shopping center called Fairfax Station Square where there are some restaurants, a lovely Mexican restaurant, George's Steak and Things if you want to get a steak and cheese, auto care, that type of thing, but there are no grocery stores in Fairfax Station. They are nearby though, so I wouldn't let that deter you, but you would be looking at a 5 to a 15-minute drive, just depending on where you live in Fairfax Station. Okay, let's jump into the pros about living in Fairfax Station, and the first one is privacy. If you are looking for a location in Northern Virginia that's still a reasonable commute to DC or even to Tyson's Corner, Fairfax Station is one of the best places to call home. You won't find any condos of any kind, garden, high-rise. There are no condos in Fairfax Station, and there also are no townhomes in Fairfax Station. It is home to single families, and many of them are on acreage. You can find on average anywhere from 3 to 5 acres for a single family. You could certainly go well beyond that. And even the homes that are in the subdivisions within Fairfax Station tend to be on larger lots than what you will find in neighboring Springfield or even Burke. It is a wonderful place to call home, or if you're looking for a little bit more elbow room. Pro number 2, when living in Fairfax Station, it is one of the safest places in the country. According to online resources, Neighborhood Scout, and Area Vibes, Fairfax Station's crime rate is 70% less than the national average. So if you are looking for a safe place to call home or a safe place to raise your family, Fairfax Station should definitely be on your list. Pro number 3 is the top rated schools. The Fairfax County school system has some of the best schools in the country, and it's one of the best school systems in the country. And Fairfax Station stands out within that system because some of its top ranked schools are fed into from Fairfax Station. So if you have young children and you are looking for a place to raise them where the school system is good all the way from elementary up to middle school, high school, or in this case, they have secondary schools, Fairfax Station is absolutely worth considering. Pro number 4, when living in Fairfax Station, the recreational opportunities. You are surrounded by a beautiful setting in Fairfax Station, but you also have multiple parks nearby if you want to go on a hike or walk around a lake. You have Burke Lake Park, which has over 888 acres. And then you also have Fountainhead Regional Park, which has over 2,000 acres. You have hiking trails. Fountainhead also has equestrian trails. You can go mountain biking. You can put a boat in the water and enjoy an afternoon cruising around. There are so many recreational opportunities in Fairfax Station that if you love the outdoors, it's a great place to check out. That wraps up the pros and the cons for Fairfax Station, Virginia. This is not all inclusive. We could go on and on all day. If you're interested in learning more, drop us a comment below or feel free to reach out. Whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or shoot us a DM. Whatever works for you, we'll be happy to help you make that smooth move to Northern Virginia. Until next time, we hope to show you around town.